Hello and welcome, this is Rooflemonger, and in this video I want to talk about the snapback meta. So if you're not aware of the term, just in case, snapback is basically when you Dragon Rush someone and force a tag out, and thus the snapback meta is all about basically all the mix-ups and rough situations you can put your enemy in after they are forced to tag in against their will. In high-level play, this is becoming, I don't want to say an issue, but I also kind of do want to say an issue. I don't know, I'm a little mixed on it myself here, opinion-wise. But all I know for sure is a lot of people don't like it. And even if you do like it, you gotta admit, it creates a long period of no interactivity for the opponent. They just kind of have to sit there and guess for a lot longer than this game usually allows you to just sit there for. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to show you the most classic example here. You know, that'll be our boy Piccolo. And there's a lot more examples than just Piccolo, but he's just kind of the poster boy for it now. And let's just go to training mode and I'll just show you real quick. So we're just going to show you now a basic Piccolo corner combo into a snapback. Now there's many variations here depending on what assists you want to use. You can also get a Hell Zone in there too as well. It doesn't really matter. But just here's a quick basic combo just to show you. And we got our snapback. Now, if you may have heard, you can get out of certain Piccolo setups with a snapback. That is on an aerial Dragon Rush. On a grounded Dragon Rush, you're still dead to rights. So that is a grounded Dragon Rush. And after that, it's pretty basic here. All you gotta do is call a Hell Zone Grenade. So now, once we have that snapback, all you have to do, backdash, Hell Zone Grenade. That simple. If they try to do anything, they get hit, and you get a full combo, and you just kind of loop back into the loop itself with whatever assist you might have. And if they block, then you get to mix them up from there. And there's just a lot more layers of insidiousness as well. Now, you might be wondering, well, hey, why don't I just vanish out then, right? Well, this is why.
Here goes.
And you might say, well, what if I have an aerial level 3? Level 3s are invincible, right? Well, there's an issue there, too. That Piccolo is going to recover before you do. So, as you guys probably know, I'm a Broly player. That's what happens when Broly tries a level 3. It doesn't work out so good. So, yeah, you just got to take the mix. Long story short, there's a million ways you can think out, and they're all covered. And there's so many more permutations of post-snapback pressure. Like, not all of them have to, like, especially with Piccolo, not all of them have to do the Hell Zone Grenade, right? A lot of them are just based off the snapback itself. And I'll show you another example besides Piccolo, because I know he's a big culprit. But that is the issue as it currently stands. You get snapback. Well, I suppose you better turn off that level 3 there, right? But you get snapback, and you have to take a mix. End of story, done. Like, a lot of characters, a lot of people, and most people in the game can do like this basic one here, right? You jump in, and my timing is off, but you do like, you know, medium, light, heavy. And if they block, that's great for you, because then you just get to pressure them all the way down, right? And then you can go for another mix or whatever. And that's a very basic example. But at least that example, you took the block, and then you just kind of deal with whatever the mix is afterwards, right? This one just loops into itself and over and over again. And a whole while, Piccolo and the rest of his team will be building bar, outpacing the person getting hit. So when the time finally comes to put him out of his misery, say they're roughly a little less than half-life, you can burn 4 or 5 bars, whatever. It depends on your team composition, right? You can burn as many bars as you need to kill the guy. The main complaint a lot of people have, and hey, me personally, I've been on the receiving end of this too, right? Is you can't do anything about it, because when you're snapbacked, your tags are locked out, right? Like you can't even guard recover out of the, or sorry, guard tag out of the pressure. So normally, if you're getting pressured a lot, you can just go, hit forward in your assist, and you'll try to tag out for the cost of a bar to hit the other guy. You don't even have that option. You just gotta eat it, and a lot of setups that like hit you like at this kind of timing, you can't vanish out of those at all. Like if you try to vanish, you'll just get hit and you're gonna get comboed. It just is a little frustrating. Like a lot of stuff, this was all day one stuff. This stuff existed from the start of the game. And as we got better with the game, you know, stuff moved forward. I think it's finally coming to a head with the Piccolo stuff, because Piccolo can basically infinitely loop it forever. As long as he keeps getting a guess right, because if you get hit by the Hell Zone, then hey, he gets a full combo anyway. He's gonna build the bar, call one of his 2 assists, snap you out, and then just you start all over again, right? If you block it, then you have to land, and you, even though it's been nerfed, the Hell Zone grenade has a lot of visual noise, especially on block. So it is a little hard to discern sometimes high-low stuff. And he can go for the high-low, and then go from there, and just the whole process repeats, right? You just have to not play the game for a long time. Like, it is okay to just block, but you have no recourse. You have no option to deflect. You have no option to guard cancel. You have no option to level 3. You have no option other than to just keep eating the mix over and over and over till you either finally guess right after God knows how much time it's going to be, or until you just lost a character. And that's kind of the crux of the issue people are having right now. So I guess at the heart of the issue here, is mix-ups bad? Obviously not, right? Despite myself being a very orthodox player, I'm not a very mix-up heavy player. You know, like I play Broly in 16, right? Mix-ups, like this is Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like this, mix-ups are part of the game. But the thing is, big blender-style mix-ups where you have no hope and you just have to guess, the game has assigned a value to that, and that value is 3 bars. A lot of characters, especially in the corner, you know, you do your level 3 and then you get your mix, and they just got a groove on it, right? The thing is with a lot of the bigger snapback mixes, there's no bar lost and there's only bar gained, right? So the level 3 is the thing where, like, okay, this is your guaranteed mix, they have to groove on it. And there's been other things like previously with Adult Gohan and Android 16 where they could get a guaranteed mix, and they took those away from them, right? So the game has a value assigned to 3 bars. So how do we fix the snapback meta without changing and just removing snapback? Because you have to have it. Like, it's a big feature of the game, like, and I like it, so I don't want to remove it, right? Some people have said you can assign every snapback to cost 1 bar. So at the very least, the blender would be the same, but they would not be bar positive at the end. And that's all well and good, I guess. It stops one issue, but it doesn't stop this never-ending blender, right? So what I would personally propose is simply this. Just as you have variable wake-ups, so you know you get knocked down on the ground here, you can up tech, you can back tech, you can tech in place, you can delay tech, all that kind of stuff. Have a somewhat similar system for snapbacks in that you can choose when you get snapback in. So you can have quick snapback in, normal timing, or delay timing. The mathematically perfect setups don't quite work as well as they would. Now, the issue is that would deal with basically every setup except for Hell Zone, because Hell Zone's so active that it doesn't really change things unless you make the fast timing really fast, and so you can get out on the other side of it. I guess that's something for the developers to happen, to take in note of, I suppose, as we obviously do know on the 27th they're going to announce Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 2, and there will be balance changes, and hey, maybe this problem, if you want to call it a problem, doesn't persist past Season 2, right? But as it stands, a lot of people find it very frustrating. You're probably going to see a lot of this at Dragon Ball World Tour Finals, especially with Piccolo at the helm. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you another example here, just to show you this isn't only Piccolo, just to give you an idea that, like, the snapback mix-ups are really, really deadly. So I'm going to show you here an example with Adult Gohan. Adult Gohan is not a character you think about it, and don't worry, we got that pesky little Gotenks assist to make the impossible possible. So I got this set up here from Mr. Ace on Twitter, and just before I even go to it, just to show you how easy it is to get these kind of setups. Like, it's literally that easy. Like, you can use all sorts of assists. Basically, anyone can do it whenever they want to force a snapback. It's not particularly hard. Some characters like Piccolo, Android 18 are much better at it, to be sure. But with the right assist, basically anyone can force a snapback pretty much anywhere on screen. So that was an overhead, by the way. See how they're crouching here? And he's blocking just fine. So that was a fuzzy guard cross-up instant overhead. And to vanish into a combo, right? So that just goes to show you how strong the snapback mixes are. And this is just like one of like hundreds of potential things, right? You basically get mixed for free, and the enemy gets a lot of rewards, and that's kind of the issue at hand. So say if we could delay our snapback timings as a defender, that could alleviate a lot of that, because once again, this is another mathematically perfect setup. There's no vanishing out. This particular setup, if you did have an air level 3, you could air level 3 out. But, you know, not all of them are going to be like that. But that's just a quick example of just how strong these things are. And that's it for this video. So if you didn't know how strong these things are, well then, hey, now you know, right? Once again, a lot of this stuff was possible on day one. It's a testament to the game that, as you know, people, if you want to call us a people, I guess, as a people, as a community, we've all figured the stuff out here, and you know, we're at the point where we do all this stuff. And of course, you know, sometimes we find stuff that's hey, can be a little bit on the strong side, and strong's never bad. It is never a bad thing to have strong tech, but it does remove a lot of the interactivity from the game, where you already are getting combo, and now your reward for getting comboed is not at least, you know, to get back on the ground and all that. And now it's hey, an example used, eat a cross up fuzzy guard, instant overhead back into another combo. Sometimes things can be a little too strong, and with the Piccolo stuff and all that, like it's not very fun. That's just the crux. Strong things aren't bad, but things that aren't fun to fight against are bad. Will this survive into Season 2? Hey, no idea. We don't know, right? But this is just a heads up to how all this stuff works, and you can form your own opinions from there. Anyways, that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball.